The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
19 tight.
Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and now as a result, the drive continues.
The Eagles at 3-8 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games,
looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Garrett Wilson,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On second down, here's Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Third down, it's Willis.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. First and 10 now, Willis and the Titans.
Right at the 30.
On first down, Willis.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Willis now off play action. Got this complete to Racey McMath. He's got room at the 30.
A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
To throw, here's Willis.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Chigakonkwo.
A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves you.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, past the 20. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Coming out of the end zone, here's Dontrell Hilliard. And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Titans. Garrett Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the route is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kevin Farley. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown.
Chigakonkwo.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Titans have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Mustang 19.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And Pascal's got it. 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Pascal, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to claw one back.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hilliard now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now Willis on third down.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it on.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Racy McMath.
50 yards.
And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the route is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This to the outside, it's Sermon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And now here is another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 11.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Cup 19. Viking 18. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
4th down, Willis.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
This is taken at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
25 yards the pick up there, and also a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Another run with Sanders.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hilliard now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
That's complete to John Ross.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Another run here with Sanders. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
18, pioneer.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Hilliard now from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, here's Sermon.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Here's Sermon.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Sermon will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hilliard now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run wide side with Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. That's caught by McMahon.
Shifts by him, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Willis will look to pass again here. Open man is McMahon. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone cover. coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Now on 2nd and 16. Hurts rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Up the and hit behind the
Hurts fumbles it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turned down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turned down the penalty.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Steps away. Man open left side is Brown. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hilliard now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Going on fourth down. Here's Willis.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Look at 19. Watch out. 18, Radley. 18, Radley.
On first down, Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Back to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Pick it up. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Check. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
From the 30 on second down,
Willis.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now Willis on 3rd down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right back to the air with Willis.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
They go play action with Willis.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Henry running right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Willis looking to throw it.
Flushed out right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Malik Willis.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Willis will try and throw for this.
And that's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. The slot man in motion right.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And the slot man goes in motion left. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
51, Mike 51. Watch the run.
Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In motion left comes Brown.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Rabbit.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Play action, Willis. Open man downfield, it's Ross, he's got him. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
A big play that time for the Titans. 63 yards.
And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
But don't keep the oxygen just for yourself, Pascal.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Racy McMath with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Got a man on the right sideline. That's Ross. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. John Ross from 21 yards away.
And the Titans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Over this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he fires one incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory.
And now here is another interception.
And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
1st and 10, Willis.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Willis.
Gonna throw right side here, complete.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts.
This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. At the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tennessee, the win is their 8th on the year, and they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.